this week's newsletter. Not much to report this week, apart from the good news. Obviously, the 29th of March is fast approaching. I have had it confirmed that I can carry on doing one-to-one coaching outside from the 29th of March, and my lesson diary is all ready to start. It's already getting booked up, so please book you in. If you want a little tune up before you go out and play, please come and book a lesson ASAP because I'm getting quite busy. Fittings as well have to be outside, but I am allowed to do custom fitting as well from the 29th of March outside. From the 12th of April, the studio and the shop will be back open, so we're allowed to carry on as per normal from then. So if you're interested in any of the new products that we have got available, please feel free to send me an email and we can book you in for a fitting. Remember, we've got new Callaway, the new Taylormade and the new Ping G25 coming as well. They have just announced that they will be launching on the 26th of March, I think, so just before we open. I'll have a practice net set out the front of the shop here so I can do outside fitting from there, and therefore I'll have everything to hand until the 12th of April when we can move back indoors. Did you see the golf at the weekend over in Florida at the Concession Club? I couldn't remember the name last week. The Concession, because Jack Nicklaus and Tony Jacklin designed and built the golf course. The Concession, because in a very famous Ryder Cup match, I think it was 1969, was it? I feel something around that time. Obviously, that famous that I can't remember it off the top of my head. I think that's the problem. But yeah, Jack Nicklaus gave Tony Jacklin a putt of about 3 foot. To halve their match, but halve the Ryder Cup as well. Jack Nicklaus famously said to him, "I don't think you would have missed that, but I will never give you the chance to." So a very generous concession from Jack Nicklaus, very good sportsmanship that back in 1960. So therefore they built a golf course together called the Concession, and it was quite a good golf course to be. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Lots of run-off areas, not the normal rough around the greens where they're just playing, where they have to play that flop shot out of the rough next to the greens all the time, very one-dimensional. This had lots of run-off areas, lots of slopes, so they could use all sorts of shots. They could use the low spinny one, the high flop shot, the 6-iron chip and run. All of those shots were on display, so it was quite a good golf course to watch. Something a bit different from the normal PGA Tour stuff. Anyway, Colin Morikawa won. The young lad, the young PGA champion. He won the US PGA back at Harding Park last September, I think it was. He's now 24 years old. He has now won a World Golf Championship. So yeah, he's won a major and a World Golf Championship before the age of 24, or sorry, before the age of 25. The only other person to do that was Tiger, interestingly enough. So yeah, great. Obviously the news that Tiger Woods had his car crash, that was big news as well, wasn't it? Oh my goodness, my heart skipped a beat when I saw that on the news. Very scary stuff, but by all accounts he's going to be okay. Physically, or health-wise, he's all going to be okay. Now, whether his leg is going to be fixed enough for him to be able to compete at golf again, time will only tell, and who knows, really. That combined with his back problems, I can't imagine it's done his back any good either, so we shall see. But it's good to see that Tiger Woods is actually feeling good, well, albeit that, okay, he might not be able to play competitive golf again, but that is purely speculation. We shall see, and we've ruled out Tiger before, haven't we, to our cost. So yeah, good to hear Tiger Woods was okay. They're all sporting red shirts and black trousers on Sunday in tribute to Tiger. And second place was Victor Hovland, the young Norwegian lad. He came second, 3 shots behind, along with Brooks Koepka, who's returned to form nicely as well. Right, this week, another review for you. This week we're going to do fairway woods. We haven't done fairway woods for a little while, so let's do fairway woods. And we're going to compare the new Taylormade Sim 2 3-wood against the new Callaway Epic Speed 3-wood, and we'll see what they perform like and how they launch. So first of all, let me grab them. 2 similar shafts put in, both 15 degrees. Let's see how they perform. I would say they're not my shafts. They haven't sent me a stiff enough shaft for me to hit 3-wood sort of thing. But we'll have a go. We can compare the 2 similar shafts, both 15 degree 3-woods, so we can see how each wood performs. First up, the new Callaway Speed 3-wood, all the same technology as the driver. Quite a nice looking head, very compact, sort of that dark black glossy finish. Looks very smart with the carbon on top there. Behind the golf ball, it looks very snug, very compact. They do a max version as well, a bigger headed one, okay, to help you get it up in the air a little bit easier. I certainly don't want that with a 3-wood. But let's have a go, let's see how it performs, shall we? Let's have a little whack and see how it goes. See how it feels. So a Callaway felt very nice off the face, quite forgiving as well. A couple of one toey strike there and one heel strike, and one that I hit very well, very straight. Did seem to balloon a bit higher, but that's quite standard for me when I've got a regular shafted 3-wood in it. But actually felt very nice, very solid off the face, which I quite like. Not too tingy or too tinny or springy almost. Solid hits they were. So I quite like the feel of that Callaway 3-wood. So let's have a go with a Taylormade. The Sim 2. Now, everybody knows I love the look of the Sims. I think they really look good. And Taylormade are unrivaled when it comes to looks on the golf club. So this again looks fantastic. I like the white, I like the greys, I like the blacks, I like the blues, all my favourite colours there. It's interesting. But yeah, so I like the look of it. It's again nice compact head. Yeah, let's have a look and see how this compares to the Callaway. Interesting with the acoustics, with the sound. This one certainly did sound a bit more tingy and that bit more pingy. Now, there's no right or wrong there, just for me. I don't like that so much. I like the kind of thuddy sound rather than the sort of tingy noise, because the tingy noise really just thinks that I'm going to spin it high up in the air and it's not going to go very far. So I prefer the sound of the Callaway. I prefer the looks of the Taylormade Sim 2. Feel-wise, I probably preferred the feel of the Callaway. It just felt that bit more solid as opposed to that bit tingy off the Taylormade Sim 2. But ultimately, let's have a look at how it's performed with the numbers. So here we go, a small snapshot of how they perform. So what can we see with this? Very little between the two. You can see the Callaway Epic carry was 226, total 245. The carry with the Taylormade was 228, 250 total. So yeah, just not much in it there really. Spin wise, yeah, that was that last one that hit very out to the right with the Callaway, just spun a bit too much, and that's why it went a little bit high and a bit short look. So that's just you know, just sort of, well, actually no, it's cancelled out with the look. The second one with the Callaway went a bit left, so 2 and 3 with the Callaway, one went long and left and one went short and right sort of thing, so they've equalled each other out. The Taylormade was very consistent. Height-wise, yeah, quite high with both of them. That will be the shaft in them, but coming off the face very fast. Just coming off the face a little bit faster with the Taylormade. Ball speed with the Callaway. It was coming off at 142 miles an hour as opposed to 139 with the Taylormade. So that's interesting, despite a very poor strike on one of those with the Callaway. So interesting stuff there. Not much to choose between the two, but actually, you know, both went very nicely. So not quite the shafts that I would have in my 3-wood. That's why the numbers are probably a little bit low. Normally I would carry my 3-wood 235 to roll out 255. So yeah, a little bit shorter than what I would do normally, but both went very well. Callaway's ball speed is probably quite encouraging. That's quite interesting because the ball was coming off the face a lot faster with the Callaway than it was with the Taylormade, albeit with slightly more backspin. So what have we learnt from that? Not much really. We never really do we? Because it's all down to the individual and what works best for you, and ultimately it comes down to your golf swing, doesn't it? Yeah. So when I do these reviews, when I see these reviews of other pros online, it's basically, you don't, what might suit one person won't suit the other. You could hit a golf club fantastic. You could hit the Callaway absolutely amazing and say that's the best golf club in the world. It's only the best golf club for you, isn't it? Yeah, it's not. So the reviews don't mean an awful lot. But what I do like, I like the Taylormade looks. I think the Taylormade is a gorgeous looking golf club. I have thought that for a long time, and that's why I've used their driver for so long now. The Taylormade just looks so nice over the golf ball for me. Personal opinion, isn't it? Yeah. I like the Callaway feel though. The Callaway felt really nice off the club face and didn't look too bad either. Nice black plain finish behind the ball. Nice snug face, but it certainly felt nice off the club face and certainly went quite nicely. Different sounds, slightly thud noise with the Callaway than the Taylormade. You may like that, you may not like that. But actually not much between the two, as you would probably expect with a top of the range golf club. So yes, sorry to be not so conclusive, but it is all down to the individual, and that's why you should always have your golf club fitted for you, because your mate might think that Taylormade's an amazing golf clubs, helped his game no end, and it probably has, because that golf club suits him. That doesn't mean that golf club will suit you, so you should always get your clubs custom fitted. Remember, there's no charge to the custom fitting process if you go ahead and purchase something, so it doesn't cost you anything initially apart from a bit of your time. Okay, right, so that's it for this week. Taylormade fairway versus Callaway fairway. Not much to choose between the two, just down to your own personal choice, really. Can't wait to get the Ping G425s in here so we can have a compare against those as well. I do feel like Ping is just missing out a little bit, but they're due out, like I said, on the 26th of March. Right, okay, that's it for this week. Thanks very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all on the 29th of March and thereafter. Right, thanks very much. Bye-bye.